It's in the game.
PGA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, just north of San Diego, live second-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. So much to behold here at Torrey Pines: the ocean, the cliffs, the trees, the green grass, the blue sky, maybe even a paraglider or two as we check out the Friday leaderboard. That's into the rough, and it's going to leave a fairly blind shot into a very difficult and narrow green. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
He's got just a hair under 140 yards to the front, 160 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge.
And that ball couldn't quite get through unscathed. It's going to be knocked down by the leaves and wind up in the heavy stuff. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on. We arrive now at the second par 3 on the front side, the uphill 177-yard eighth, critical to avoid the large front bunker and get your shot to the right level of this two-tier green. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now chipping up to the putting surface for this, his second shot. He's not going to be real happy with that. Wow. Okay, this par 3 shows its teeth. It is a double bogey. And that's going to drop him even further down the leaderboard. So, Frank, this a very difficult Friday for our featured golfer. Nothing seemed to go right. And this is going to wind up an M's. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round one. And the leader is South Korea's K.H. Lee. He's on the move early at 5 under par. So many great golf courses here on the Monterey Peninsula. We're at Pebble Beach for this, the third tournament on the PGA Tour schedule this year. And Frank, we look at the golfer we're going to be following. Rookie on this tour, still looking to play the weekend for the first time after 2 missed cuts. Is there a danger of getting too discouraged early on?
There certainly is, and I think that's exactly where the player feels right now. If all of a sudden it's 3 in a row, you start to think, have I made the right decision? But I remember a line from the late, great Arnold Palmer. He said, this game is 90% mental, and the other 10%, well, that's mental as well.
That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. Gonna take an extra club or two to get out of this mess as he sets for his second. Hole! Not taking the easy road on this hole, but still a chance to get out of here respectably, Frank.
Yeah, if that ball had just missed that bunker, got some decent distance out of that deep rough.
And that ball slowed up just enough that it's going to come down in an area of thick rough. Time to just pick up and move on to the next hole. Frank, this whole area of the country, Monterey, Carmel, 17-mile drive, just such a stunning setting for golf. We're just taking a nice drive with the emerald green fairway set against the ocean blue. It's just ideal. But talk to me about playing the course, Pebble Beach. What should a young golfer like this keep in mind when teeing it up for the first time as a professional?
Rich, it's the polar opposite of the drive-in, where you decompress and look at the views. Because once you get onto that first tee at Pebble, it's a wonderful golf course designed by Jack Neville. You're going to realize that no 2 holes look the same. I mean, that's stating the obvious there, but side hill lies when you play it towards the Pacific. And then you sort of beat your way around the golf course. The beautiful downhill par 3 7th, I know it's talked about and it's photographed, but that's where you start scratching your head and like, do I have the right club? And that's a feeling you get at Pebble so often around this golf course. But I mentioned 7, so I've got to mention 8, 9, and 10. In my opinion, they're the 3 best par 4s in a row in any golf course I've ever seen. I mean, they're beautiful driving holes and iron play, but Pebble's about the experience, but it's also about the legacy that this golf course has for America. So to compete at Pebble is one thing. To play well at Pebble, well, that's another thing as well.